And they've just been brutalized on that side of the ball.
David Alano kicks it out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback to begin. His head coach, Mike Loxley, said, "We truly believe this guy can lead us to a Big Ten championship eventually." Ran for 164 yards last week. He keeps the football here, eludes pressure, and you said it, he can use the legs. He makes a nothing play turn into something for a couple yards on the opening play.
Great dual threat running back, and on the outside, watch for Knotts and Farouk.
Swings it out. This is DeJuan Williams, the running back. They like to line him up third and less than a yard as the Terrapins try to avoid a 3-and-out to begin the day. Washington rolling right, slings it behind his target, but it's caught by Jalil Farouk, and it moves the chains for Maryland. For Malik Washington to start the day. He's 2 for 2 through the air, make it 3 for 3 on back-to-back catches by Farouk.
As you can see here again, more spread out formations.
Caught by Octavian Smith. He had just one catch last week against Rutgers.
On those overhang type defenders with the run pass option.
Give it off to Williams. He's got a crease, and he bolts through it. Stiff arms a defender before he's dragged down at the 35. And a big gash play for DeJuan Williams of 16. Another play for Williams, cutting back to the middle, and he's swung to the ground after 5 yards.
Pickup on first down.
8th play of the drive coming up. Nolan Ray's first touch today with a stutter step, and he's pushed across the 25. Farouk in motion ahead of a first down. Fake it, caught, Shalik Knotts, 4th different receiver involved on this opening drive, completing a pass to 4 different targets. Back to the ground, DeJuan Williams charging down to the 11.
But the QB run equalizes those numbers.
Washington looking right, tried to throw it into double coverage.
Got Knotts lined up here on their left side.
He looks that way, one-on-one to the corner of the end zone. It's juggled and incomplete. Torrey Cox had the coverage.
He's got to use his hands and his arms to catch that football. You can't get to the ball, attack the hands and the arms.
You brought it up yesterday in the meetings. Torrey Cox is the man-to-man lockdown corner for Illinois.
We also talked about his versatility, not known for the run, but 88 yards rushing last time out against Rutgers. Watch that today.
He's had a pair of 300-yard passing games this season. He keeps it, slings it out to the near sideline, and the pass is caught for a short gain by Hank Beatty.
And they hadn't been stopping the run very well. With Fagan, Valentine, and Lawfrey all healthy, the Illini are going to try and establish that run.
That includes 240 to 1 guy last week, Antoine Raymond from Rutgers. Khalil Valentine with a nice patient run behind that line before he bolts forward. 3rd and 5. Altmeyer sets, lofts it to the sideline, is pulled in. Hudson Clement through 2 defenders, moves the chains.
Going to the ground as he was catching the ball, which would have been the difference right there. That ball's already caught. He's not bobbling it at all until right there when he hits out of bounds.
And he, like you said, he established the catch. I think, anyways, that was 4 steps before the ball started coming loose.
After review, the receiver went to the ground and lost the ball. It's an incomplete pass. Wow. It would be 4th and 5 at the 30-yard line.
I cannot believe that.
I would love to have a rules expert comment on that one, because
well, that's huge. Wipes away a 25-yard gain and a first down, and instead Illinois got to punt it away, and Jalil Farouk calls for the fair catch.
Yeah, we agree. You know, we have the control, we have the body part down. There is the time element. If he's going to the ground prior to the time element, then we can see that. We felt that he did complete that while he was upright. He did get hit, took a couple of more steps before he went down. They ruled catch on the field. We would have preferred that they stayed with that call.
Yeah, I think that makes us all 3 in the same boat there, as Nolan Ray gets just back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and long, Malik Washington was 5 for 5 to start on the opening drive, and a drive that resulted in 3 points. Goes up top to Octavian Smith, who climbs the ladder to get our receivers going. Handoff to Ray, spins away from one, but stacked up immediately for no gain.
and they did a very good job on first down. Here it is, setting up a 2nd and 10.
Washington snaps it to the sideline, completed pass. Jalil Farouk's third catch.
All season long, can you do it when you need to do it in these third and short situations?
They give it to Ray, slips away from one. He gets to the 48, which is the line to gain. Let's see if they snap it. 4th and 1 from just inside midfield. They will snap it. Handoff. Ray lunging forward. Torrey Cox got there to make the stop.
Wow.
I think this might be a little bit short, Robert.
I think it is. And initially,
turnover into a shot on the first play. They will look for it. Altmeyer rolling right, now tucks it, takes off, and dives forward.
Actually good stuff, huh? Wow.
Here's Valentine. Straight up the gut.
See if they can hold up here on this 3rd and short.
Jamari Glasker is back in the game, the cornerback for Maryland after he went out last drive. Fake the toss, deliver underneath. It's caught, and it's a first down for Hank Beatty. Here's a first down. Valentine, great penetration from Maryland's front. They drive him backwards. Hank Beatty, the wide receiver, is in the backfield. Now he's motioned out. Slings it, far side, caught near the 30. Maryland is without Trey Reddick, a top 3 tackler on this team this week. Altmeyer's going to hold on to it on a 3rd down, following a block as he slips through for a first down.
Big 3rd down conversion with his legs there.
Altmeyer wants to throw on 1st down, floats it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hudson Clement.
Touch on this throw from Luke Altmeyer, and I thought Scruggs was going to be able to get over there, but just enough air.
David Alano on the point after, drives it straight down the middle. Final play of the first quarter. Jalil Farouk's 3rd catch, spins away from one and stays on his feet before he's dropped.
Yeah, and of course, Maryland, last time they got into the red zone, only came away with 3 points. So little things like that add up over the course of the game.
Free play. Washington launches down the sideline, incomplete, but again, that was a free play as they got Illinois to jump off sides. Weeks ago, lost by 15 to Rutgers last week. Fake the handoff. Washington snaps it over the middle. That's incomplete. Top tackler on this team, Matthew Bailey, was honorable mention All Big Ten a season ago. Washington over the middle, caught. Farouk again twisting down near midfield.
And his accuracy coming out of those fakes.
He's under center now for the first time today. Play action, stepping up in the pocket. He cannot escape.
Wrestling state champ, great bend for a big guy off the edge.
Underneath to Farouk, that's knocked away.
Into his own.
Need 13 yards to keep the drive going. Washington has time. Fires off his back foot, it's incomplete. Bryce McPherson on to punt. The lethal punt return man, Hank Beatty, lets it fly over the back of his head, and it rolls.
That Arkansas had. Lunny had a better QB rating.
Altmeyer down the seam, incomplete.
I'm sure Luke will apologize for him. Sorry for hanging you out there like that, man.
Handoff, Caden Fagan, the big 255-pound running back.
One of their leading tacklers is also out.
2 starting linebackers, 2 of the top 3 tacklers not in the game right now for Maryland. Caught for a first down. That's Tanner Arkin's first catch.
And Barry Lunny Jr., the offensive coordinator, he talked about the way that the progressions work. They're going to see if he had control of that ball. That thing may have popped out as he was going to the ground.
After review, it is an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Keelan Crimmins on to punt it. Jalil Farouk back to return for Maryland, and he calls for the fair catch at the 35. Full start will back up Washington in this offense.
offense, number 66.
It's tough to get that much weight going.
Making his 22nd consecutive start at right guard. Flips it out. Octavian Smith with a nice adjustment, turning back to catch that football. Already his third catch today after coming off a season-low 1 reception last week against Rutgers. Got him involved early. DeJuan Williams bouncing off a tackler, and he falls forward. Maryland 0 for its last 3 on 3rd down.
Man to man.
Washington batted down at the line of scrimmage. McPherson to punt it away. Hank Beatty calling for the fair catch at the 10. Leading tackler for Maryland, he went out 2 drives ago, missed the entire last drive, but back out in the field now as Khalil Valentine hops through the defense for a short gain of 1 yard.
Next man up mentality.
Low snap to Altmeyer. Improvises, uses the legs, takes off. He's got a first down as he squeezes between 2 defenders.
You can see why Brett Bielema's daughter wanted to dress up as Luke Altmeyer, put on a little superhero.
They go up tempo, and that is through the hands of Colin Dixon. We've seen it the last couple drives now. Slow it down here before this play on 2nd and 10. And Altmeyer lunging forward. He gets 3. 3rd and 7. Altmeyer in the pocket, rolling left, lost the football, picks it up, but then he's dropped immediately.
Cooling off here in the evening.
In all fairness, Zaire Mathis would scare a lot of people. This is a really high, short punt. Octavian Smith calling for the fair catch. Drive starts the +46 for Maryland. They've got an opportunity to retake the lead. Quick pass. Caleb Webb escapes 1 tackler before he's ushered out of bounds. On 1st down, pump fake, gets rid of it quickly. Oh, that was dangerous.
Couldn't find anybody else.
Quickly flares it out to the running back Williams, and he is swarmed immediately by Torrey Cox.
Big 3rd down.
Can the true freshman convert? Washington escapes the pocket to the left, rolling, throws against his body, completes it near the 25 to Dorian Fleming. 43-yard attempt for Sean O'Hare on a windy day. Brad Weimer, our producer, who is a Michigan fan, said, Robert doesn't know what an undefeated regular season looks like because they always lose to Michigan. An Illinois offense that only has 70 total yards in this first half. It's a handoff. Valentine trying to shake away from 1, but he got stacked up, and there is a swarm of white jerseys there. Arkin in motion. Here's a toss. Valentine sifting through the defense on the left side. He leaps. Here's the give. Valentine's got the first down. He's dragged down by Levan Scruggs, but well after he got the yardage he needed.
The wrong gap. Left that opening.
Here's that tempo we talked about last drive. 1 more carry for Valentine. Stood up at the 48. Fake to Beatty. Altmeyer escapes, gets away from the sack, then delivers it. It's too hot. Illinois converted on half of its 3rd downs today. Oh, free play. They're going to have a first down regardless. Down the seam to Clement. They won't need the 5 yards on the penalty. They're all the way down to the 25.
Key to winning football games: win the turnover battle, win the explosive battle.
Hand off to Valentine. This is not an explosive play. If anything, explosive by E.J. Moore to get into the backfield. Empty backfield for Altmeyer. Looking left the whole way. Now scans, takes off. Altmeyer sliding down near the 17. He's 2 yards shy of a first down.
It's really been a difference today.
This time he hands it off to Valentine, trying to hop through. Nothing going. Caden Fagan, the 255-pound running back, is in the game for the Illini. Altmeyer rolls right, throws, Beatty's got it, and he's got the first down, spinning away before Husky drops him at the 13.
On the outside here.
11th play of the drive is a run for Caden Fagan, just the 2nd carry for him today. He stays on the field in the backfield behind Altmeyer. Second down, give it to him one more time as he tumbles down to the 4.
And then Rutgers got the ball scored first in the second half. Don't want a repeat of that today.
3rd and 1, Fagan right up the middle. It's a touchdown.
Easy run for Fagan to get that one in.
What a great drive, too, for Illinois right before halftime.
He's just a different kind of guy. Bible verses in press conferences. Tremendous development in a short amount of time.
Looks to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's behind Williams and nearly intercepted. Or returning punts is what he usually does, too. Washington near sideline to Webb, who goes down and makes the catch.
Line up, get moving quickly.
They do. Washington pumps, now fires left side. It's caught. Shalik Knotts does get out of bounds.
Watch Washington's legs.
It's the arm again, launches down the seam, and that's just a little bit beyond Octavian Smith.
It's not going to be a 40-yard route. You got to get your head around so you can adjust on that.
Second down. Washington takes it into the flat. Play clock is down to 2. They get it off just in time. Washington, short, incomplete. 6th straight 3rd down that Illinois comes up empty.
And inaccurately.
Such a great start to the drive, but it stalls out. Beatty the fair catch at the 10. Altmeyer to throw on first down. Delivers on the run. It was behind Hank Beatty. Another quick pass. It's the tight end, Cole Rusk. 37 seconds, all 3 timeouts. Luke Meyer scans, has a lot of time, drops it off to Fagan, the running back. There's the speed we just talked about.
1 timeout to burn.
Altmeyer, and he just got it away in time. It's incomplete. A disaster for Illinois.
But you only burn 5 seconds.
Altmeyer, after the pump, runs, spins, first down, but there is a flag that we'll have to check on.
Holding. Offense number 75.
Altmeyer lets it rip down the seam, and it's picked off.
Nice job going down to make that catch for the interception. You called it, partner. Look at that, laying out like that. We'll take another look at that, see if that thing hit.
Hey, no timeouts for Maryland. 11 seconds just outside of midfield. There is a flag on the play. Washington backpedaling and almost threw an interception to Tanner Heckel.
I think Akis may have been off sides on that one, on the left side of the line.
6 seconds, a time for a shot to the end zone. They go to the sideline, it falls incomplete. There is 1 second on the clock as that went through the hands of Smith, and so now they have 1 shot at the end zone.
Less than 29 catches on the season, but 6 touchdowns.
Illinois does send pressure. Washington steps up, launches to the end zone, and it's intercepted. Miles Scott comes down with the pick to bring us to halftime. It's been a couple blowout losses since then. A 45-point loss to Indiana, a 15-point loss last week to Rutgers. Mac Rasetic on the return, squeezing through the defense, and he's across the 30.
Disguised too much because guys get out of position.
First play of the 3rd quarter, it's a handoff to Valentine, surging across the first down marker. He picks up 11 on the opening play. Fake the pass, they toss it to Valentine again after he just had his longest run of the day. He gets wrestled out of bounds after 8 more.
They were going to go blitz here and have it replaced there.
Instead, it's Valentine. He bounces off of 1 tackler, and he's got a first down.
For young running backs.
Altmeyer wants to throw. He has time, flares it out to Beatty. Makes a move, and ripped out of bounds. Give, Valentine straight up the middle. He's got a first down.
The play, and then they just do something different defensively.
kept. Altmeyer.
Running back running up the middle.
Altmeyer fakes the screen, now floats it to a wide open man for a touchdown. Hudson Clement's second today.
Reacting up to the bubble screen.
But he said, we think he's poised for a big game this week, and he's got a couple touchdown catches now. Williams, instead kept by Malik Washington.
First half, missing on their last 6, struggling early downs.
Pass is caught. DeJuan Williams.
When to take risks.
Washington drops it off again. It was batted up in the air. Brett Bielema calls the forgotten down. Washington lofts it over the top to Williams, shakes away down to the 40. Maryland has not converted on its last 6 third downs. Washington tipped at the line again.
Different kind of look from the punt team than they're used to seeing. So watch for the fake.
There's a flag. Short punt, out of bounds.
Illegal substitution. Offense had 12 players on the field for the play. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down, Illinois. Timeout.
No touchdown catches in the first 8 weeks for Clement. He's got 3 touchdown grabs in the last 2 games. Altmeyer rolling right. And he just has to get rid of it. Wisely throws it out, avoiding the sack.
Well, nice job on the back end that time. You can tell Ted Monachino, defensive coordinator, had everybody ready for that little rollout from Luke Altmeyer. And you said it, partner, you know, sometimes the best decision is to live to fight another down for a quarterback. Sometimes those throws that you don't make are the best decisions.
Had 5 touchdowns last time out, 4 of them passing, 1 rushing. It's a stellar day for Altmeyer. Valentine shakes away from 1, and he gets upended right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job from Makai Rowland. And then Keyshawn Flowers coming up. See some fight on this team. And look, I know that there are some Maryland fans frustrated. 7th year for Mike Locksley. Of course, as he says, you know, it's not 7th year. It's for a lot of these players, a lot of young players, but these guys play hard even when they're down in games.
He said he's frustrated too, but he said it's year 1 for 64% of the roster. Altmeyer evading pressure. To the sideline, it's caught. What a catch by Justin Bowick, toe-tapping the sideline for 13 yards.
Luke Altmeyer barely escapes Zahir Mathis. Gee, you see Zahir Mathis coming right there, and he wanted a flag, some sort of block in the back, but you know, you're in the pocket like that, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. It's open season on those defenders, and he was angry, but Altmeyer did a nice job escaping and still delivering with some accuracy.
Catch that was good on Sunday, by the way. Got both feet in. Give to Caden Fagan. Charging down to the 40. He picks up 8 to set up 2nd and short.
This is a situation where Barry Lundy, the offensive coordinator, of course, Brett Bielema, we know what kind of background he has. That experience being around those big offensive line. You get with Bart Miller, the offensive line coach, said, hey, we're going to bust them in the mouth now. We're going to run the football, but here again, the 2nd and short situations, offensive coordinators love taking shots in situations like this.
Instead, they'll hand it off. Fagan again, powerful run, breaking free down to the 30. 10 more for Caden Fagan, and this is such a good thunder and lightning combination.
Yeah, it certainly is, and you can see Brandon Henderson, the right guard, gets up to the linebacker, and this is where it can get ugly for a defense like Maryland. We've talked about it. Over the last 4 weeks, they've given up more than 1,000 yards rushing. 360 yards to Indiana a couple weeks ago, 260 plus to Rutgers last week. They're kind of thin on that defensive line. And we know the Illini want to pound it.
They will with Caden Fagan one more time, down to the 27 for about 3 more. They had done a really nice job in the first half, Robert, stopping that run, but I think, like you said, just the lack of depth is kind of tearing away at Maryland in this second half.
Yeah, and people say it all the time, and I think it's true. I mean, they're like body blows in a boxing match. Throw the Hill knows that. Stick and move. You get those body blows, they accumulate over a course of a game. Defensive line gets tired and starts making mistakes jumping off sides to get those other players on the field.
Keep it on the ground with Caden Fagan, following a block to the right side. It's enough to move the chains. And you can tell Illinois made it an emphasis coming out in the second half, Robert, to just pound the rock.
Yeah, and the problem that you face as a defensive coordinator like Ted Menachino for Maryland here is you just have to stop the bleeding. And the things that you do, what do? You have more movement along the defensive line. So you kind of stunt and angle, which can get you out of position. But then you have to place a man-to-man on the outside to commit extra bodies to the box, and that leaves you exposed for those shot plays here on the fringe of the red zone.
This time it's Khalil Valentine after 4 straight carries for Caden Fagan. He's twisted down by Keyshawn Flowers on a short gain. And a lot of that, too, is the experience of this Illinois offensive line. There are multiple guys on that offensive line who are multi-year starters.
Yeah, I think, you know, being a former running back, I'm always going to give those guys their love. But I think it's so important for offensive lines to have continuity. You know, they kind of all see things the same way, and you hear so many coaches around the country, and, you know, Pep Hamilton talked about that with their offensive line. All those same guys all year long. Talk about it in a second.
Mario Sanders off the edge, curling around the perimeter to the pylon. No signal. They say he's down at the 1.
And some inexperience right there. You just got to keep running or go up over the top.
Goes for 18. It's 1st and goal from the 1. Valentine gets stood up. Valentine comes out of the game. Caden Fagan, the big running back in. Fake it to him. Throw. Caught near the goal line. And he's down. Colin Dixon. That's Jamari Glasker with a great tackle right in front of the goal line.
Well, we talk about Glasker and how he pops. Watch him come from this safety position. He sees it the whole way. He knows exactly what's coming from Dixon in the Illini offense. Not only does he react, but he comes in with the proper form, keeps those legs driving, allows a little help to show up. Textbook play there.
Valentine back in the game now, the running back. 12th play of the drive, 3rd and goal from the 1. They keep it with Altmeyer. He's spun away, and he's sacked or dropped behind the line. Michael Harris is there for the Terps.
Boy, Michael Harris, remember, because of all the injuries at the linebacker spot, got so many new faces. Got Harris.
Illinois, number 64, lost his number.
Got to change. Little wind noise. But you just love seeing that intensity from this Maryland defense. Tough spot for them.
Offense does stay on the field here on a 4th and goal from the 1. It was 1st and goal from the 1. What an opportunity this is for the Maryland defense.
I want the ball in Altmeyer's hands on the edge, opportunity to throw or run it in.
That's what they've got. Right side, Altmeyer pumps. Altmeyer running out of room, and it's batted away.
Hey, get this.
From 1st and goal from the 1, the Maryland defense stands tall on the goal line.
Just by the way that his helmet moved, and you can see it confirmed there on the replay.
Maryland offense takes over from their own 2. Washington zips it to the sideline, and there's nobody home.
Well, you got your true freshman quarterback here, make the decision to throw on first down, leave yourself in 2nd and 10. And what we have not seen with the number of yards that they have rushing for the day, 33. They had 265 yards rushing a week ago. Excuse me, more than 300 yards rushing a week ago. A lot of that was Malik Washington. Use his legs here.
Quarterback will spray it out. It's caught by Williams. Stutter steps, and he's across the 10. That's close to the line to gain.
Oh, nice job by Washington changing the arm angle on that one late. And Williams getting up the sideline. That's a huge first down deep in your own territory.
Catch number 6 for the running back, Williams, by the way, who's got the football here on the ground, and he picks up 3 more. Matthew Bailey comes in from the linebacker spot for the tackle.
Try and get that run established, and they're going with some tempo here. This is where you go with that play action and then get a shot downfield.
Takes the check down. Williams, 7th catch out of the backfield, and then he got punished at the 25, but it is a first down after 10 more.
They high-low you. It's all right. Daniel Brown comes in with the big stick. And you can tell Williams a little bit gassed.
Washington down the seam, caught by Knotts, and he's down to the ground immediately.
Lots of defenders around him, nobody making a hit, and I think this is kind of wearing that Illinois defense out. Because he's going with the tempo, not giving him time to substitute.
Empty backfield after a 19-yard pass play to Shalik Knotts.
Quarter.
Running 150 yards, though. I don't know.
First play of the 4th quarter.
There it is.
Washington holds on to it, and you've been asking for it all day to get the quarterback run game going.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of speed option there that they tried, and clearly the Illini defense was ready for this one. We saw a lot of that from Rutgers a week ago. Malik Washington went for 164 yards rushing in that game, including a 75-yarder on the 2nd play of the game.
Takes the handoff, slings it over to the left sideline. It was through the hands of Caleb Webb, incomplete. 3rd down coming up for Maryland.
And went with old school play action there, and Greg Roman, who had been the offensive coordinator years before Pep Hamilton was the offensive coordinator at Stanford, said it best: you're not pulling linemen, then it's not really play action, but you got to make the catch. And here's the opportunity on 3rd down. It's Aaron Henry dial up some heat. False start.
This will back him up.
False start. Offense number 61, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Boy, and those are the things, of course, pre-snap administrative type penalties, especially here on the road. You have to expect a situation like this. You go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 9. Now Aaron Henry can get those safeties up over the top, try and protect the sticks.
Washington sets, sidearm delivery, it's caught. Shalik Knotts with the catch, but that was an incredible throw from the freshman Malik Washington.
Boy, you called it, partner. Watch him slide late in the pocket here and then have to contort his body, sidearm throw like he's turning two. Man, that was just perfect.
That was incredible. First 3rd down conversion in their last 9 tries, by the way. Takes the check down, another catch for Williams, the running back out of the backfield. He's got 6.
Boy, I just love what they're doing on this drive, and they're really making this Illinois defense defend the entire field. Mixing in some of the QB run. Malik Washington doing a nice job hitting his check down when it's available, taking his shots when he can. An incredible throw on 3rd down.
A drive that started all the way back at their own 2. Lofts it to the sideline. It's pulled in inside the 20 by Caleb Webb.
Yeah, I think we had a mix-up on the outside on that one. Juice Clark came off of his responsibility or thought there was going to be some safety help. Not sure what the defensive call was, but clearly out of position.
By far the best Maryland has moved the football today. Give Williams, shakes loose, stutter steps, drags a defender with him down to the 8.
Matthew Bailey, number 7. We talked about him, what a physical safety he is, but he's playing with that club and he shoots his shot. Tries to make tackle in the backfield, misses. Empty look here. Watch the legs of Malik Washington.
Looking end zone. Too far for Caleb Webb. 3rd and 2 coming up for Maryland.
Too far, wrong side of him. I think they were just seeing things a little bit differently. And I think down 21-6 in this situation. This is 4-down territory.
13th play of the drive coming. Started all the way back at their own 2. They've picked up 90 yards. They need 8 more for a touchdown. Give, Williams stumbles, and he's got the first down. 1st and goal coming up for the Terps.
Nice physical run by DeJuan Williams. Finds that cutback lane. We talked so many times about the importance of that initial track for the running back, drawing that defense to one side and then cutting it back against the grain.
They need 6 here. Williams twisted to the ground, no gain. It's Alec Bryant there for Illinois.
Big change in the personnel here.
Gives Illinois an opportunity to sub as well. And they are not quick about making it happen either.
Got Iverson Howard in the backfield, the true freshman. And you got Eli Mason at that fullback spot. Expect something tricky.
They'll roll out. Washington trying to direct traffic to the end zone. Juggled and incomplete. A.J. Szymanski was there in the end zone but couldn't come down with it, and it's 3rd and goal.
We can't blame Malik Washington on this one. I think he makes perfect throw here.
Oh, man.
It just goes right through the hands of Szymanski. Throwing back against the grain. Malik Washington did what he needed to do. We got 2 downs to get it here. Much like I said, on the other side with Luke Altmeyer, I'd like to get Malik Washington on the edge.
They go to Williams, hopping away from 1. He gets stood up at the 3. It's Miles Scott there to make the stop, and like you said, it's 4-down territory, being down 15 in the 4th.
Boy, I'm not crazy about that call right there. I mean, you got 2 downs to make it, I understand. But if I'm taking 2 chances, I'm taking 2 chances getting Malik Washington with an opportunity to run or throw that thing in.
th play of the drive is do or die on 4th and goal. Washington looks left, now scans back to the middle. Washington, sidearm, end zone, incomplete. A 17-play drive, no points. That would have pulled this down to 1 score. Altmeyer's pass is batted up in the air. It's incomplete. Kept. Altmeyer, all kinds of space. Down the sideline, and he's wrestled out of bounds near the 30 by Lakai Rowland, and then multiple flags fly in at the end of the play.
Rowland pulls him down, but it's as much probably because he loses his balance because Altmeyer's kind of trucking him. And, you know, this is one Barry Lunny Jr. has got to say,
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds, unnecessary roughness, defense number 27.
Inside 10 to go, 2-touchdown lead for Illinois. They keep it on the ground, trying to work that clock with Khalil Valentine picking up 3. Another give to Valentine. Shakes loose down to the 46. Beatty in motion. They hand it off to Jordan Anderson, the fullback, bouncing away. Stiff arms a defender, and he swats him away down to the 26.
Up to 258 pounds of running back here.
They will give it off to Caden Fagan. He surges across the 20 to pick up 8.
Reddick out and Wingate injured.
Says Fagan. Second effort as he gets twisted down across the 15.
I thought you were describing yourself there. You got the power, the speed, the wiggle, the jorts.
Yeah, there you go. Altmeyer, nowhere to go. He kept it on the... Altmeyer fakes the throw, holds on to it, straight up the middle. Altmeyer to the pylon, touchdown Illinois. There is a flag in the backfield to check on.
I think this may be on Khalil Valentine, who kind of led Altmeyer up through the hole. No, he's pointing back at a lineman. Might be pointing back at Priestley.
Holding. Offense number 5. 10-yard penalty.
Oh, no, it was, okay.
Repeat first down.
Illinois obviously would have taken the points, but this gives them an opportunity to just keep winding the clock, too. Yep. Valentine lowers the shoulder, driven backwards for no gain. From the 25. Altmeyer looks to throw, dumps it off. It's caught. Justin Bowick down the sideline, and he's tripped up just shy of the 15. 33-yard attempt for David Alano. Has hit from as long as 46 this season. Good snap and hold, kick on the way, and he got it.
And as it stands on the season now, they've been outscored in the fourth quarter, 85-27.
And on the verge of a 6th consecutive loss after opening the season 4-0.
They had an opportunity on that last drive to get a touchdown. You really can't fault Malik Washington. A couple opportunities dropped in the end zone by his receivers. Both of his tight ends, Szymanski and Dorian Fleming, had a chance.
Yeah, the 2nd and goal and the 4th and goal plays put it right where he needed to, but a couple drops from the tight ends. It's Octavian Smith on the screen, and he's wrestled down at the 30 after 5 yards to begin the drive.
And it doesn't seem like much. You just learned so much about a young team. When we talk about coming into this game, almost 70% of their offensive touches have come from underclassmen, including their true freshman quarterback.
He zips it to the near sideline. There's one of those drops again. And it's Fleming's 2nd in as many drives.
Yeah, the normally sure-handed Fleming, who leads Big Ten tight ends. 33 catches coming in. And got to convert here to extend this drive. Well, it's 4-down territory, so they need to convert in these next 2 plays.
Washington was looking near sideline, now rolls right. There is a flag thrown.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 15. Excuse me, 3rd and close to 20. Oh, that's right, 3rd and 15.
Offense number 75. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
Let's go 4th down. Okay.
Yeah, make it 4th down instead.
I don't know. That's not that long of a 4th down. Thought they're going to punt it. That's surprising.
Wow. I mean, I get where you're at on the field, but down 3 scores, I don't know what the punt accomplishes.
No idea, partner. Got to go for it there.
Yeah, I'm with you. McPherson to punt it away. Hank Beatty has to retreat backwards. He holds it in near the 10. First time today that the lethal punt return man has had an opportunity. He gets to the perimeter, and he gets crushed from behind near the 25.
Spent some time with Bill Belichick, and he's doing an excellent job here.
Caden Fagan on the first play. He has 8 yards. An Illinois team that went 10-3 last year. They had really high expectations coming into this season. At one point, they were top 10 in the country at 9th. First time that had happened in 24 years. But 3 losses in Big Ten play, and 2 of them coming to the top 2 teams in the country. Let's put an end to those extremely high expectations.
Yeah, it's just a different game now, quite literally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just NIL, portal, the way that things are, free agency in football, open season.
Fagan, first down, lowering the shoulder, continuing to run down to the 41. Fagan up the middle. 6 yards. Fagan, first down.
And that'll do it.
An Illinois team that really just wore down Maryland defensively in the second half, ran for 227 yards today, and that's been one thing Maryland's really struggled with, being able to stop the run. Win number 35 for Brett Bielema, most ever by an Illinois head coach in his first 5 seasons, and he's got a chance for a couple more.
And I love the attention to detail and the commitment to what it takes to be a great coach. You know, even in the bye week, sleeping at the facility, trying to find those little edges, self-scouting. How do we all get better?
Win number 7 on the season for Brett Bielema's team, his 35th in his Illinois tenure. No head coach in Illinois history has had more through 5 seasons than Brett Bielema, as Maryland drops a 6th consecutive game after a 4-0 start.